Hey guys, welcome to a brand new episode. Today I'm talking about how today is like the time to get into Plant vs. Undead, and how in the next 2 months, less than that, you can guarantee pretty much your return of investment and almost earn somewhere between 10x and 100x of your initial investment. So that's either taking over from $10 to $100 or even as big as $1,000, depending on how the price remains over the next couple of months. So if you're brand new to this channel, we cover everything in terms of the crypto NFT space and looking for the hottest projects. If you want to keep up to date with anything like this, hit the subscribe button. I'll do my best to keep you up to date with things like that, and hit the like button if you enjoy this video. It always helps the channel out. Right, so Plant vs. Undead. If we look at over the course of this game, when I got in at one of its peaks. So I paid for 5 PVU, that's as little as you needed initially, and I bought it for just under $100, and we can see some people that have got in here like crazy. And then from there on, I've just been selling the PVU that I've been accruing. Here we can see as massive a sale as 747. So return of investment of $100 was made, you know, within a very short amount of time. And then we go beyond that, earning huge amounts in terms of selling off my PVU, and selling off sometimes at the wrong point. Here we sell off at $747, when if I'd have sold off here, it would have been significantly more, almost 50% more. And I've just been doing that along the way. Now, I did buy a plant for $1,000 somewhere here. I don't know why it hasn't put the buy there. But if you add up all of these payments and withdrawals, it works out as I made over $1,000 in selling off a PVU. So I'm well beyond my return of investment, which totals about 1,100. So it was like 2,200 plus that I made. And you might be looking at every other game really and seeing that, you know, things go up and down, and they do have this trend of coming up and down. A good example of this is probably Moolah. You know, this had a huge spike, and then as it starts paying out more rewards to people, it goes down. And that might happen to Plant vs. Dead, but I think it's going to be slower than other games. Now, in the next couple of days, we have Farm 2.5 coming out. This will, for the first week, reward you with huge rewards if we all work together to acquire this. So the more people that get involved in this, the more likely we are to get the best out of this. If we get 15 million of fully watering this the world tree, then we get 50 Ellie fully watered for the next day, 4 sunflower saplings. So this would be huge, because if we look at the maths on this, which I worked out for us because I like that. Here we go. I worked out the statistics on the 2 different approaches. Is either you invest big early on and then wait for your returns to come in. So the cost of entry setup, you're going to need a sunflower mama, sunflower saplings times 4. We're going to need 5 pots, 1 water and 1 scarecrow, totaling 920 LE, which equates to, if you're going to buy all that straight off, you're going to need 13.14 PVU, but $140 worth. A bit higher now because it's at $11, so somewhere there about $150. Now the output of that is that in a week's time, you're going to get 1,300 LE, which for what your investment is, you know, it's not huge, but beyond that you will start making a lot more, because you will have had, you know, you'll have your water bought, and you'll start earning from your sunflower saplings every week. So the output of these is 850 for the sunflower mama, 250 for the saplings, and in a week roughly, if you keep on everything, you're probably going to make these returns. So what I've done here is I've minused the costs that it costs for the pots to be able to here, and then minus the cost of buying the plants, the seeds initially, and it works out as about 1,300 LE. So that's one approach that you can take. However, we are getting into the the farming 2.5, and you don't need to invest that much. So there's a little bit more high risk investment if you do that, and you're going to be waiting a long time to see your returns on this, so it may not be worth risking that much. But in the next couple of days, I believe 15th of September, we're going to be getting the World Tree. Now, this is going to award, if we do this every single day, 4 sunflower saplings a day, which equates to 28 sunflower saplings. And then we're going to get 50 LE per day. So if you've invested $10 and all you've purchased is water, it costs, you've got to transfer 1 PVU, you get 70 LE. With that 70 LE, you can buy some water, which costs 50 for 100 waterings, and so that's all you need to be able to take part in the event. So if we can do this all together, we can get 28 sunflower saplings at 350 LE. Now, taking away from that $140 investment, you've invested $10. You don't need to buy any sunflower saplings for life, and then you've got this LE that you can use to purchase the pots that you need, the scarecrow that you need, and potentially when you've been planting these and earning LE from them themselves, you can get to a point where you can purchase your sunflower mama. Now, when farming 2.5 comes in, if you have no plants, if you purchase no plants, sunflower saplings and mama don't count, you cannot withdraw your PVU. You have to build it up, and you're going to have to trade it for a seed. So once you've got 100 sunflower saplings, you can trade that in for 1 seed. And this is where the profit comes in, if you decide to take it at this point. So once you've got a seed, you will get a plant, and that will cost, at the minimum, if you were to sell it on the market, it would cost somebody 120 PVU. That's a minimum. You might get one that's much better than that. And so there is your return of investment. If the price remains stable, which would take, by the way, 7 weeks before you accrue 102 sunflower sapling seeds that you would be able to sell. So this is equated for all the expenditures along the way of purchasing new pots, purchasing water, purchasing more scarecrows. So it would take you roughly 7 weeks to be able to get a seed. At that point, if you sell your seed, you'll sell your plant once it's grown for $1,000. If this price was to remain stable, you would have made 100x on your initial investment. Now, is it going to remain that stable? I don't think it is. I mean, we might see a rise again. There is PvP coming, and that may have a big impact. Remember, we're talking about one of the biggest mobile games, Plant vs. Zombies, this is based upon. And the game element might draw a lot of people to make more investment. This has the biggest market cap of any game of 3.2 billion. And so it's likely not to be affected as much by people selling off PVU. And we are at the point where it's coming down, and last time it had a bump. It's been here before and survived it. So who knows where it's going to be in 7 weeks. But here's where the 10x minimum comes, I think. Realistically, I think if this comes down, the lowest it's going to go to in 7 weeks is $1. And if it goes to that, and you sell your plant for $100, you've made a 10x on your investment in just 7 weeks, which is a very, very small amount of time to make 10x on anything. Any coin, you'd be happy to see a 10x within that period. So this is why I'm saying now is the time to get in. Now is the time to spend 1 PVU. And I say this completely. I am a key opinion leader for the game. I don't get paid anything for that role. I'm not paid anything for this video. This is not financial advice, but it's $10. It's such a, well, $11 at the moment. It's such a small investment that's why I'm talking about this as a big opportunity to see that big returns. But patient. Also, at the point when it comes to those 7 weeks over, you do have a plant. You could use that plant to go along the same cycle, start to build up another plant, and you've got 2 plants where at that point you would be able to withdraw your LE at a 1 PVU for every 100 LE ratio. And you know, one thing I haven't factored into this whole thing here over the next 7 weeks is that this is for the first week that the World Tree will give you these rewards. I haven't factored into the fact that after this week, we're probably going to get other rewards from it. They're probably going to be just less. You know, it might be 2 sunflower sapling seeds. If that's the case, this amount of time reduces significantly. Because let's say at minimum we were to earn 1 seed sapling over the following weeks. You know, you would need, by week 4, take those out. In 4 weeks, you would have earned 63 from that. 4 times the 2 weeks after that. So it was supposed to be 3 weeks times 1, which would be 21. So add another week, would be 28. So if they do even give us as little as 1 LE, in 5 weeks time, you're going to have enough to purchase that seed. So it could be that return of investment comes way sooner than 7 weeks, and it might be as little as a month. If they gave us 2 every single week, you know, we can take that off and say 2 saplings a week for 3 weeks would be 2 times 21, which would be 41. I don't do maths. I don't need to sum it. 4 weeks, as little as a month. So there's the stats for you guys. That's why I'm saying this. Huge return of investment potential for very low entry cost, which I know a lot of you are asking for and looking for, when at the moment the entry cost to some things are ridiculously big. HeroFi has an investment of $2,500 right now. Like, it's crazy. This is tiny investment for such a big returns. Okay, hopefully you've enjoyed this video and it's been found it helpful. If you have, please leave a like on the video, hit subscribe to keep up to date with future content. That is all from me. See you guys soon.